Tonight, we go to the circus. Table 61? Table 62? How about table 69? Tune in.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hooker!
Hooker! You're the hooker!
Hooker! Sonia just turns right around like it's a natural habitat.
I mean, in New York, it kind of is, right?
It kind of is.
You just get catcalled everywhere you go.
Hookers everywhere. Hookers everywhere. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Real Housewives of New York City After Show. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian.
And I'm your girl, Chelsea Stark-Jones.
We're here, the dynamic duo.
Back again.
Back again.
Yes.
How you been?
Feels so right. I feel good.
Did you like the episode?
I thought it was all right.
Yeah?
They've had better. They've had better.
I liked it.
Yeah, I know.
I flew through the air with the highest of ease.
I would say I was very enthused at how happy they were to do it. That looked like fun. But yeah, it was a bunch of girls kikiing, and I mean it's fine. It was whatever.
The mid-season trailer. We have a lot to talk about. Tweets conjured up by yours truly, news with Chelsea. We have a lot of things to talk about, so let's just dive in right away. Hooker! Sonia turns right around like we said. Bethany has a new driver. He's kind of cute. His name is Albie, and they're headed to Brooklyn. Do as the Brooklyns do in Brooklyn.
How do they do?
Oh, I don't know. I was just being...
Going with it?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Do as the Brooklyns do. Hello, gorgeous. That's how the Brooklyns do,
Is that
I guess.
what they say?
Yeah, they say hello, gorgeous. I don't know. They're going for art. And this art studio, oh my God, rabbits and a table of socialites, including Tinsley.
Yeah.
Bernadette Peters. Let's talk about this crazy art gallery that screamed nothing but money to me.
I mean, sure. It was a little bit kooky, which I mean, it's fun. It's eclectic. It's different. And I liked how Bethany was like, it really made you understand where Tinsley and Sonia, how their lives used to be. Yeah. Being in that ridiculous socialite New York scene. There's no reason.
Pre-social media.
Yeah, there's no reason to be in an art gallery with thousands of birds. This is how this is how rich these people are.
The stories
have been
legitimized.
Yeah. So it was. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. But I did also love and enjoy, I will say, the girl talk on the way to the gallery. Users get used, and my marry for money, and you pay for the rest of your life.
So good.
So good. And what they were saying was in reference to Tinsley.
Yeah.
And I mean it. They kind of spilled some tea, with what Sonia did, I guess, was saying that Tinsley is using Scott to get back on her feet, and Scott uses her for arm candy.
She was very vocal tonight about Tinsley's relationship. That really set the tone for tonight, because everything else was just either slammed into us, like Bethany said, or just brought up very nonchalant tonight.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting dynamic. I love Sonia and Bethany's relationship, and that talk in the car was vital to what happens later on in the episode.
Yeah, some foreshadowing.
But the reason I said this place screamed money is because the place is huge, and just real estate wise, it's all I could think. This place is so big. Bernadette Peters, this guy is crazy, and I do want an art piece. I thought
Which one did you like?
I thought the pink rabbit should go to Bryn's room.
Yeah. And
you know
she did
I mean?
the couch. I would say it's very much...
I don't like the couch.
Oh, I think that would be cute for a kid's room.
I thought the idea... Oh, for the kids' room? Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
Yeah, I think that would be cute for a kid's room. I did like the one painting that she said she liked with the different colors.
I did like that. And it's called ashwagandha. Do you know what that means?
Tell me.
I don't either. But they put it in my drink at this matcha place, and it made me feel amazing and in a good mood. I think it's a mood thing.
I was talking to our boy Zach Peters. What's up, Zach? Today, because he's the wellness king, and I was asking him some questions, and he did drop some ashwagandha into our text message thread.
God.
And I had no idea what he was saying, so I just disregarded it. But now I know.
Yes, we're gonna have to talk about that afterwards, because it's insane. But it was very interesting. I liked the piece that kind of looked like it was almost like the pastels and stuff. Like I'm really into pastels right now.
Oh, are you?
Yes, April 26th, Taylor Swift's coming out with her pastel album.
Oh, I forgot you're a T-Swift fan.
I know.
There's a few things that we just don't agree on.
I love Taylor Swift.
Like this episode and Taylor Swift.
Well, LuAnn and Tinsley go to a meeting. Speaking of people that aren't really agreeing, but they go to coffee afterwards because you obviously can't take cameras into a meeting like that. But she reveals to LuAnn that they've broken up mostly because of the dinner. It triggered something within her. Obviously, Bethany broke her. Bethany was like, Timmy!
That dare just broke her to pieces.
I'm giving you all the best answers I know how. And so she was like, I'm sorry. Like, I just took it too far. Speaking of Bethany, she obviously needs an exorcism later in the season. So that's going to be fun to talk about.
Mid-season tease was that was the best part of the episode.
Yes.
It was so good.
Actually, Steven, if we have time, can you pull up that trailer for the mid-season New York? That would be amazing to watch.
Yeah, that would be great to watch.
If not, it's fine. But let's keep moving. It was interesting. She freaked out on him, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And now it's over. I feel like this was something that was conjured up by the ladies with good intention. It didn't come across really well. They ended up breaking her psychologically and mentally. But it did do some good because she mustered up the courage to call her boyfriend and say, look, I don't know what's going on. They put a bunch of ideas in my head, but all I know is like, I want you here. Like, that's the basics of it. And he said no. So she was like, you know what? No.
You know what? She needed a push. And whether the push was the truth or dare or a good conversation with, I don't know, Dale, whatever, she needed a push. Yeah. And that was the push. And I think a lot of times women and even men in relationships, you kind of need that to realize like maybe this isn't the right, like, because you live in such like a hazy like everything's great kind of land until you kind of get other people's perspectives and you realize, you know what, this relationship really isn't filling my tank.
And I don't think she was going to get it from Dale because Dale wants her to get married. Dale wants her to
quickest. Yeah, being with Scott's the quickest.
And to her, she sees like a successcul man, and she's like, wham, bam, thank you, man. Like, get it going, land that deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I feel like that's how that upbringing is.
No, for sure. But I mean, is it state like, are they really still broken up? Like, do we know that to this day if they're like still kaput?
Well, every time she's on Watch What Happens Live, she's like, we're not together right now.
Yeah,
but it's weird.
They're so off and on.
They don't need to be together. They don't really provide anything for each other's lives, I feel like.
And I think if Tinsley's looking for a new start in New York, she needs a New Yorker.
She's not going to have a new start. If she hasn't had it by now, she's never going to have it.
I mean, she's got the Big Apple Circus.
Getting on a TV show, she's like, I'm going to just like shed my old image and start a new one. And she technically has, but she still feels like she's looking for this fresh start. So maybe she's just lost as a person.
I'm going to go ahead and defend Tinsley for the moment because we have been getting bashed in the comments and people are calling
thank you
us
for watching.
Tinsley haters. And I'm just going to say, I don't hate Tinsley. I just think that she's definitely coming more into her own this season. But we just haven't gotten a lot from her. And I think seeing a lot more about her relationship with Scott and her backstory with her father that we're, just now kind of like peeling the layers off of has kind of like warmed her up, I think, and made her a lot more likable on camera. But yeah, I mean,
I love that she smokes cigarettes.
Yeah, that's something we learned. But I don't see her as this socialite public figure because she just seems like a shy, demure person. Like even in that,
back in the day, I do.
Yeah, like even in that, alcoholics family thing, she was, I'm afraid to speak in public. And for the dog show, I'm afraid to speak in public. Like she doesn't seem like a socialite, because those people are just like loud, out there, ready. Yeah. And she just doesn't seem like that.
She was like a different kind. I feel like she was like a charity, walk the carpet to get my picture taken kind of socialite.
Like a Blair Waldorf socialite.
She wasn't like Paris Hilton, like on the carpet, falling down and like drunk and like saying that's hot.
I guess.
I would rather be Paris Hilton.
To each his own.
But you know what? The girls are going out to dinner. And Tins and Dorinda are going to the circus, the Big Apple Circus. She's going to be the ringmaster. Yeah. And Dorinda says she knows how to fly through the air with the greatest of ease. It's been confirmed. She is a circus freak. Dorinda was ready to take her job. Watch out, Tinsley. And stop crying. You're on a freaking trapeze. That was, honestly, other than Bethany had me cracking up earlier with the freaking birds and everything.
Yeah.
Hysterical. And the art dealer, like, don't get them all riled up. Bernadette Peters is amazing. I really loved this little trapeze segment because there's only two kinds of people in the world. The kind that entertain and the kind that observe.
Ooh.
Thank you, Britney Spears. Free Britney!
I was going to start singing.
Hashtag free Britney.
All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus.
Yes. Yes. So let's talk about this little fun segment before we talk about the girls going to T-Bar.
T-Bar, yeah. It was cute. It was fun. I love Dorinda's, like, honesty with, like, I'm not happy for you, I'm jealous. Like, I appreciate that.
She should have just done that with LuAnn and we wouldn't have this whole Giovanni scandal.
But no, I mean, it was cute. It was fun. It was nice to see Tinsley doing something.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we just haven't seen a lot of scenes with her previous years. I don't know.
People are going to get mad right now.
Uh-oh.
Because she was like, my dad would be so proud that I'm on a trapeze. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, but oh, God.
Well, I was a little bit...
I'm glad Dorinda was there.
Okay, yeah,
I'm glad Dorinda was there.
I will say, like, I was like, when she was like, yeah, I want to do it. I was like, oh, good for her, because a lot of times you see these things on these shows when they're like afraid of heights and they're like,
I'm glad she
and
did
stuff
it.
like that. So I was like, yeah, girl, you go up there. And then as soon as she got up there, she started like tearing up. I was like, really? Like,
I know.
we're doing this
That's
again?
literally why the only reason I'm making fun of her is because she started crying up there. I'm like, there's no crying in the circus. There's no crying in the circus. And we see you in the live chat. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jackie. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate it. And before we do move on to T-Bar, just want to say thank you so much for making us the ESPN of Talk TV. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us 5 stars. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and it's brought a lot of us together and bonding over amazing shows and chatting and whatnot. And we truly appreciate your support in doing what we love. So don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
Yes, we love you guys.
Yes, we do.
The girls are out to dinner, and this is what I love. Sonia's already been thrown out of the bar before, so that's always a good sign. And Ramona just has to let everyone know, look, anyone who's anyone is going to T-Bar. And anyone who's anyone is there, and we've been seen there, and we're all going there tonight. We're all going to get drunk.
It's like Cheers.
Yeah, and I want a vodka soda with muddled mint in a wine glass with lots of ice.
Okay.
Sounds good, actually.
It does sound good. That was exactly what I was going to say. It was very complicated in the way in which she ordered it.
I would like order it like that.
Yeah, like it took her like 10 minutes to get it out. And I'm just like...
Do you have mint today? Okay, I want it muddled with ice, lots of ice, Tito's vodka, and then I want it filled to the brim with club soda, and then in a wine glass with the straw. Like, really?
I was like, what? This sounds complicated, but it really isn't.
Vodka soda, mint, wine glass, ice, lots of it.
So yeah, I'll take that too.
Well, we're all having a good time having cocktails, and then Michael shows up. There's always a Michael, and he's always older and successful in New York.
Michael was, he was a fox.
He was basically implying that he had been made the rounds with all 3 ladies.
I know.
LuAnn did get red. Sonia was drunk. She smelled a hunch, jumped on it like a bloodhound, finding something in the forest. I don't know what.
Sonia?
Yes, because she was like, you've slept with him.
I mean, I think you could... What'd she say? LuAnn's like stroked off in the corner or something before?
She's like,
I don't know.
She's like, either she slept with them or she's done something in the corner with them, like... you know, done a little handy in the corner. LuAnn's been with everybody.
I mean, true. And I love... Sonia gives the best dating advice. Those old guys, you only slept with them... Wait...
You don't sleep with the old guys. You marry them.
You marry them.
It's
yes.
true.
And I'm just like, girl, like, yes.
You know, I'm all about that life. I'm just kidding.
I mean, he was
Let's
good
go to
looking.
New York and find us some Michael.
If I were about 20 years older.
He looked like Tony Bennett to me, did he not? Like Michael? He totally looked like Tony Bennett.
I don't know.
Well, LuAnn is back physically. But I don't know if she's back that kind of physically. But yeah, she did get kind of like red.
She got
Sonia
yeah.
was definitely on it. And then Mario shows up. And there's a nice threesome montage of Sonia and the singers.
Yes.
Which kind of like really made me think, did anything freaky ever happen back in the day?
When I was watching that, like I've seen... I mean, they've portrayed relationships on camera where it's like two female best friends and the husband, and it's kind of like
did
close.
Mario and Sonia ever do anything?
But it did seem like, I don't know, like it made me uncomfortable. And / I felt like Mario was invited. Yeah.
Mario's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm looking at boobs.
That's the part that like, I was like, if Dustin ever was near one of my best friends and was looking up her, looking down her, I would like, back. Like,
you would?
Yeah. Don't look at her boobs. I have perfectly great boobs.
What if your friend was going like this in front of your boyfriend, like fixing her boobs? Would you say something to her too?
Yeah. Don't fix your boobs in front of my man.
You need to be on Vanderpump Rules.
I'm territorial AF.
Lala took her top off of Vanderpump Rules, and the girls were like, you are a whore.
Oh, yeah, we would have had issues then. But I think it's hilarious now how they like are
love
naked and in the hot tub, and the
Lala's
guys
like,
are just serving them drinks. And I'm like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah, no, it's totally... it's totally very Upper East Side. I guess we're just all making excuses for Mario now.
I guess
and it's
so.
weird. And we're all going along with it. Like, it's very Upper East Side. And I guess we're okay with it. Like, everyone's okay with it. Ramona's okay with it.
Yeah, maybe enough time has passed. I don't know.
He was different. He was having a midlife crisis. Yeah. He was like, oh, honey, come on now. Trust me.
It'd be no excuse. I mean, but maybe because she's also like hot now. Like, she is Ramona.
Ramona's always been kind of hot.
I think she's hotter now than she was then. Like, maybe it was
money always makes you look better.
But she looks a lot better, and so maybe she's just a lot happier in her life that she just doesn't. She just doesn't necessarily care. But I mean, they make a very beautiful looking couple, I would say.
Well, Mario seemed very happy to be in front of the cameras, but also at the same time looking like, all right, calm down, Ramona, because I don't want to make it look like we're that close, I think.
Don't you think he was invited? Like, it wasn't a coincidence that he was there.
Oh, he was
came
completely invited.
Like,
it was completely a whole setup.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Like, they try to make it seem like it was a casual bump in. But I'm like, how do you come with the turtle things and the t-shirt?
Yeah.
And
which was a great flashback.
Yeah,
How great was that?
Yeah.
We got to see Ramona, like, in her prime of her being, like, a true
G.
asshole. Oh, Ramona, I love her. She's talking shit about being in Brooklyn. She's like, oh, it's not that bad being here in Brooklyn. Like, now everyone's moving to Brooklyn, and it's more expensive to live in Brooklyn than it is in Manhattan.
I know, it's a hot spot.
It's insane. It's crazy. I've never been to the T-Bar, but I've been to the Regency, and I didn't see Tom. But let me just say, there was plenty of bald men trying to make out with me when they had wives at home. But yeah, it's a spa day in a hotel suite. That was weird. All right. Well, Dorinda's moving. And here's the tea. Ramona ditched Dorinda at an event. We saw it with our own eyes. Then she spoke to Page 6 about it the next day because she's a true class act. Let's talk about this. Don't you just love when people swear on their kids and they're wrong?
I love when they swear on their kids and they're wrong, and there's footage of it that repeatedly gets played in a 5-minute span of the episode. I mean, it's just so rich and it's so shady and it's so Bravo, and I love it. I'm here for it. I didn't know what table it was at. 62? We're 62. How do I get to 62? Oh, I'm at 62? And I'm just like, oh my God, girl.
Can I sit next to you? I'm going to sit next to you. Like, she's so shady.
My good friend from
And here's
Mykonos.
the thing, like, I would have been okay with the entire, like, scene, like, her jumping up and down and doing everything she was going to do, because that's what Ramona does. But when you shoved Dorinda like that wasn't even just, like, a playful shove. She used two hands.
Oh, yeah.
She used her body force to move Dorinda about 3 to 4 feet behind her. And the only reason why Dorinda didn't topple over was because Dorinda was already in a position where she was like facing forward and her energy was coming forward. I watched it several times.
I was going to say, you really know.
I did, because I was just thinking, I cannot believe that she put her hands on her like that.
Yeah, I mean,
we would have been fighting.
Oh, well, you know what? If Dorinda had 2 or 3 drinks in her,
Dorinda would have slapped her.
It would have been on. But we had sober massage Dorinda, so it was like cool and mellow. Yeah, it was definitely out of hand, and even more so because she was wrong. Like, I mean, I don't really understand putting your hands on anybody for anything.
Yeah.
But like, if you were right, if you were like, no, I really mistaken, I got confused on my way to the table, I sat down, I'm so sorry, and like you and Dorinda were going back and forth, and then you pushed her, like I can understand. But if you're gonna push her and you're caught in a lie.
You just look like a fool.
Like a lie. And it's like, how are you getting so upset over something that you lied about? And then you ran to the papers and like made up an even bigger lie and like made it public.
So trashy.
And I mean, it was so like Sonia was on point. Like she was social climbing and just own up to it. Own it. Like Lisa Rinna says. Own it.
It was really just bad to watch. Only because we're going through this on the other franchises. It wasn't exactly a push, but it was a pull of a belt. Friendships are over. The entire foundation of Real Houses of Atlanta has been shooken up, and Nene's on the chopping block right now. And like, seriously, Ramona gets away with shoving a cast member like that. Thank God Dorinda was like in this peaceful state. But I don't even I wouldn't have blamed Dorinda for anything that would have happened after that. When you put your hands on someone like that, I'm sorry if I'm making a big deal out of it. You don't do that.
I'm actually a little bit surprised at how...
It's very white privilege. I'm sorry.
It is. I'm surprised at how upset you are about it when it was really something that was just kind of, graced over in the episode.
They
it
really
wasn't
just,
Dorinda didn't mention it in her confession. It was very
well, Dorinda was like, I have dealt with this so many times with Ramona. She is so typical and she's very predictable at this point. I'm just gonna let it go. But in all reality, we really need to start holding people accountable. And Ramona is one of them. She's ridiculous. You want to know how I know she knows she's wrong? She's been tweeting up a storm. So make sure to tune into our news and gossip in our tweet section. Because we have receipts.
We got receipts.
Ramona is wrong, okay? She is wrong for that. And Sonia's just trying to get everyone to come to friendlies. And Tin says, call me when you're in the front page of the Post, okay?
God.
This little page 6 article, I don't even pay attention to that unless I'm on it. Barbara and Dorinda are good, and the workers of the spa are just gone. They're like, I don't even want to be around here.
Did anyone even get treatment?
At the end, LuAnn got her nails done or something, but I didn't see anybody. I saw people eating and fighting.
These spa days in the Housewives franchises, they never really go over well.
They never
they
go
did
well.
it in Jersey, and it was kind of no one wanted to do a face mask.
Yeah.
And then...
Because they didn't want to take their makeup off.
Yeah, and then in Beverly Hills, they did one. It didn't go well either.
It worked on Beverly Hills because they split them up. If you split the ladies up, are you talking about the Bahamas?
No, not that spa day. It was I think it was last season.
Oh, when they all fought
at Teddy's house, and Dorit had wanted the wine and the wine glass, and she got a champagne flute.
And no one got any services done there too.
Yeah. You don't do a spa day on Housewives.
Well, no lube, just jam it in. We broke up. Bethany's here, so Tinsley's just spilling it. And Bethany's saying she's the best breaker up ever. And no, that's not true. She's the ringmaster. Get it right. This is all weird too as well. Bethany's going around going, this is great news. And I would have just been a little bit more sensitive, because what if she's just putting on
inside.
Yeah, what if she's putting on a front? She's like, you know what? Even though I didn't work, I still invested my time and energy in this man. I'm still upset about it. Be a little bit nice. Don't yell great news from the 97th floor into Manhattan. Great news.
Scream from the mountaintops. I do think it was a little bit of an overreaction. She could have definitely wrapped it up a little bit prettier. But I mean, it's true though. And if Tinsley is coming off, we broke up. I think if she's coming off cheery,
just go with it.
Your natural response would be to match that, So you would be a little bit more oh yeah, that is if you seem happy right now, then you must be great.
I just have to attribute to the New York cast.
Yeah.
They're just on a whole different kind of level.
They're in a planet. They're in a New York planet.
Their energies are so high. It's literally I'm thinking, it's kind of like RuPaul's Drag Race, the drag queens. They're just screaming over each other and just trying to top each other. That's what they're doing in that spa room.
Yeah.
It was 6 energies trying to just. Thank God there's cameras everywhere. We're not missing anything.
It was not peaceful or spa-like whatsoever.
Barbara was ready to go with Ramona, and Ramona was ready to give it to her, but apparently she didn't. But she did muster out, well, why would I go shopping with you if you don't like me? And Barbara was like, all right, tail between the legs. Look, I shouldn't have said that. She should have been like, look, you haven't been really friendly to me, so that's why I said that. But we can obviously start over and be cool. Like, you want to take me shopping since you're reading me on my wrap dress?
You know what? Hot take. Barbara's the new Tinsley.
What?
At
least Barbara has balls.
I can't stand her when she's on. Like, I don't know why we're still talking about her.
Barbara?
I don't know why she's a thing. Like, I want her to go away. I saw that she was on Watch What Happens Tonight. Like, I don't want this to happen. Like, I do not want Barbara to happen.
I saw, like, stop. On Twitter that they were tweeting about Barbara, like, how she was a thing back in the day.
Like, what thing? Like, bring the thing. Like, she's not doing it for me. She just really isn't doing it for me. And there's a reason why she doesn't have an apple. Because she's just not it. Like, stop making it.
You were influenced by Ramona. You're on Ramona's side.
I just don't I don't like when they push people on us, and I feel like she's being pushed on us.
Well, even though the wrap dresses were all different, two of them looked exactly the same. I think it was the print. Like, yeah. We have some print stuff coming up too.
But you know,
Who wore it better?
I do love a good wrap dress, so I can't hate on her for that.
I wasn't mad at the wrap dress because it's very easy, but if you are going to be on TV, like,
switch it up.
Yeah, you have to.
Like, Kyle's always in her Kyle and Nene are always in their flowy like vacation stuff.
It's different though. They've been on for seasons.
They've established themselves.
Like, Kyle's caftans are like amazing.
And they're like probably $3,000.
Exactly.
Ridiculous. Okay, I see.
I don't really like Nene's caftans. Hers are more like athleisure wear. It's very like athletic, casual. Mm-hmm. As Kyle wears like everything flowy. Like, if I was a girl, I would wear nothing but flowy stuff.
You know,
because I need to hide like the pooch.
I was like almost on board with you, but I'm like, I like how I look when it's a little bit fitted.
I'm just trying to hide the pooch, y'all.
Yeah, no, I love a Kyle caftan. So
yes, I see you guys in the live chat. They were making fun of you, Chelsea.
I know who Tony Bennett is.
Oh, you do?
Yes. I don't associate Michael with Tony Bennett.
He looked just like him.
Did he? I don't know. I don't think.
She didn't think he looked like him.
I didn't see Tony Bennett when I saw Michael.
But she knows who he is.
That's a nice,
Give me shelter.
older-looking man.
Give me shelter. We're doing Real Housewives of New York. So if you want to know about Nene, you need to tune in to It's Bravo, Bitch, my show here at AfterBuzz TV, where I discuss our favorite Bravo shows and we talk about it. And we do everything from Real Housewives of Atlanta to New York to Vanderpump Rules, Summer House, Top Chef, Mexican Dynasties. We're talking about Adon's nipples in the next episode. So
and Give Me Shelter. I agree. I hope Nene's on the chopping block. So I hope you.
Yeah, well, it's looking good for Nene. So tune in. Tune in. Yes, you guys are funny in the live chat. Well, let's just get into news and gossip, because obviously this is the end of the episode. Like, the mid-season trailer.
It was so good. Like, that was honestly like
the mid-season trailer was incredible. Do we have the mid-season trailer?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
We'll pull it up next episode, but for now, let's do news and gossip with Chelsea Stark-Jones.
Yes, guys. So we got a little bit more news on Tinsley and Scott. She wrote in her Bravo blog, though I love Scott, dealing with his issues of privacy is difficult. Perhaps I do appear to walk on eggshells around him, and I'm confused by his constant breakups out of the blue. So I mean, we spoke about this last week, where it just was like, he's just not someone that wants to be involved in her world, which is a big issue. Like, he can't date now.
Now that
he did when it was convenient for him.
Yeah, now that he has some promotion.
Yeah, he when it was feeding him, and then like Sonia said, like, users get used.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was essentially it.
And he's gonna get some dates out of being on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, girls are gonna approach him because he was on Real Housewives of New York.
Exactly.
And don't say I'm wrong, because there's always like a few bad apples that act like
that way.
Jesus wasn't watching. Like, Jesus wasn't watching.
So she went on to say, I have to figure a way to put this puzzle together successfully, or I'm afraid this relationship will be over. And then she goes on and talks about LuAnn's weird entitlement issues don't appear to be over. And which is something we kind of see in that sneak peek.
Yeah.
Though I have known her for years and I know she enjoys the Countess thing, I've really never seen her to this degree of arrogance. She seems unable to focus on anything other than herself and her needs.
She's selling out Chicago theaters. That's why. You know, like the iconic Chicago theater with the C and everything? She sold it out.
Yeah.
She sold it out. So the Countess is hot right now.
I forget you love you some Lou.
She's back.
She does go on to say, I have to say that LuAnn was really, really surprised me with her wisdom and kindness when she shared her feelings about her dad. So that, like, and even in today's episode,
Yeah,
like,
LuAnn has her little moments.
She has her moments, but she's definitely been a diva this season.
No, she really has been a diva, and everyone knows LuAnn is my favorite housewife of all time, mostly because of the facade that she's put on, the music, and because she loves men so much. I love that. And I love that she loves the cocktails. She's all about the cocktails.
Oh, yeah, the cocktails, but not, now she's on the mocktail.
Now she's just about the cock and the yoga. And the cabaret, because life is a cabaret. Let's get into some tweets. Tweets. Tweet it up with me, y'all. Make sure to follow me at Hollywood Lian if you want your tweets featured on the AfterBuzz show. If you want it featured here on the After Show, make sure to tweet me and hashtag AfterBuzz TV so I know that it's the tweet for AfterBuzz show, and I'll put it on the show. It just has to be relevant and good and full of shade. So let's get into the tweets. The first one is by yours truly. I tweeted because I was so mad at Ramona. I tweeted, here it is, I would have slapped the Upper East Side out of Ramona Singer for shoving me like that. So rude. And you swear on your kids? Ridic. Hashtag RHONY.
I love the slap the Upper East Side.
Yes, and it got 8 likes. I am just going viral.
Hashtag trending.
Hashtag trending. So go like it, you guys. Give it a little like. The next one is by my new friend who just followed me on Twitter. Can we pull up a little bit closer so I can see the name? Miss Danielle. And it's Pyro Danielle. At Pyro Danielle says, when you order something online versus when it comes in the mail. And it's basically...
Oh, shade.
Can we go down a little bit? It's Erica Jane and Dorinda. They both have the same confessional look. Rocking the cheetah print. Ooh, I love some cheetah girls. So who wore it better? I need to know, gals. Team Erica Jane or Team Dorinda? Let us know quickly in the chat. What do you think, Chels? Who wore it better?
I mean, I hate the shade in the tweet. It's actually really funny. But I will go ahead. I mean, I love me some Erica Jane. And she...
but that hair on Erica Jane is a little...
It's perfect. And
really?
Dorinda's is flat. Like, it's trying to do the same thing. And Dorinda's flat. And what also makes Erica's that much better is she, every time she says something like shady or like sassy, she takes a sip of the champagne with those big lips. And it just kills me. I live for an Erica Jane moment.
If you're just listening and not watching, look, we have a photo up of the two gals. So make sure to watch it on the after show on YouTube so you could see it.
Yeah.
Our next tweet is by the Housewives guy. Another one of my friends online. And he says, Dear Dorinda Medley, I'd be happy to go to any and every social event with you for the rest of time. Just invite me next time. Obviously, he's referring to Ramona just ditching her date.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who ditches their date? Unless they're like way hotter. And that person, like Delia, I don't know. She has to be like Bill Gates rich because Ramona just dropped her into like a fly.
She really did. She must be somebody. But
she must be somebody.
Sorry, in the chat about the Dorinda and Erica, Giovanni versus Versace.
That is amazing. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes.
That is amazing.
I love it.
I liked Dorinda's look. It wasn't like... It was a step up for Dorinda. I mean, obviously, Erica Jane's always going to trump her.
I mean, yeah, Erica Jane trumps almost like literally everybody. But they both are killing the leopard print. Like, yes. I am on a leopard print high. I'm going to Mexico in a couple of weeks. And that is like, yes, honey. Oh, I'm going to dinner. Oh, sorry, we'll talk on camera.
Wait, are you going to Acapulco?
I'm going to the Mona Lisa dinner restaurant where... Margaret accused Jennifer of having an affair with her husband.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's on the water. I'm so excited.
You shut up with that. Your husband sleeps in the pool house.
Hit a nerve.
Hit a nerve. Oh, you need to come on It's Bravo, bitch.
I know, I do.
All right, come on Sunday.
Okay, we'll talk later.
All right. So our next one is by Courtney Cox, which is not like Courtney Cox from Friends. I looked her up, and this Cox Courtney on Twitter is actually like some sort of newscaster, like a sports newscaster.
Lucky you with that name.
But she tweeted Ramona Singer, Andy, Dorinda. So what was it, 61 or 62? And Ramona tweeted back, who the F knows? I messed up. No,
really?
you do know. You do know. You do know you've been known, and you just didn't want to say anything.
It's Ramona's way of saying sorry.
Exactly. And I saw her tweet about Barbara earlier, and she said, I was a little passive-aggressive with Barbara.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been passive-aggressive with Barbara, too.
But she still is not saying, like, oh, I love her, and we shop together. Is that the only tweet we have? Or, I mean, do we have another tweet?
I think that's the last one.
That's the last one, right? Yeah. Well, that is our tweet section. Make sure to tweet us. Make sure to tweet us. Make sure to join us every Wednesday because we'll be breaking it down for you here at AfterBuzz TV. The gossip, the tea, the after show on the Real Housewives of New York City. I am your host, Hollywood Lian. You can find me on Instagram, and you can find me here on Sundays doing It's Bravo, bitch, where we talk about our favorite Bravo shows, all the good ones. And when it's not good that week, we just don't talk about it. Like, we only talk about the good stuff. And we have videos and pictures. Make sure to tune in. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian. I love you guys. Love the support. And I can't do this without my favorite gal.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I love talking Bravo and Housewives with you every Wednesday. You guys can catch me online at chelseastarkjones.com. And go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram at C_S Jones. And excited to see you next week.
Looks like Erica won the poll for Who Won It Bearer. Bye,
It's
AfterBuzzers.
expensive to be me.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.